This is the Dallas Morning News. It's Friday, July 17th. A mix of sun and clouds today with high humidity, making the high of 94 feel a good bit warmer. Mostly cloudy and humid this evening with a low of 78. Not much change on the way for Saturday and Sunday, with the high in the mid to upper 90s with overnight lows in the upper 70s. The heat is here to stay for a while, with highs in the triple digits expected next week. Here are today's headlines. Catastrophic flash floods in Texas have killed 2 people and forced hundreds of rescues in areas still reeling from devastating floods a year ago. Rescuers aboard boats and helicopters have saved more than 200 people, including stranded drivers and people trapped in homes. The governor said the hardest-hit areas are expecting more rain into Friday and are not out of danger yet, with some rivers expected to reach historic levels. After days of pounding rain, the National Weather Service said a large wave on Thursday barreled down the same river wrecked by flash floods last summer when 24 children and counselors died at Camp Mystic. Much like last year, the floods came in the middle of the night, but this time some residents in the Texas Hill Country said they received more warnings. Forecasters urgently warned, "Move to higher ground now," as rivers rose hour by hour. Some spots of the Guadalupe River rose by more than 30 feet. As much as 28 inches of rain fell over the past 3 days in Uvalde County, which was spared from the worst flooding a year ago. Other areas saw roughly a foot of rain. In other news, the World Cup is over, and so is its grass. More than 10,000 square yards of natural turf, pampered with grow lights, climate control, and years of planning, will be removed from AT&T Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys say the grass will not be preserved, though the sand and soil beneath it will be reused. It wasn't just any field. Soccer's biggest stars, including Argentina's Lionel Messi, Portugal's Cristiano Ronaldo, and Norway's Erling Haaland, danced and dribbled across it during the stadium's 9 World Cup matches. FIFA handed control of the stadium back to the Cowboys after Tuesday's semifinal, leaving the team to decide the field's fate. Next up, more than 24 curious farmers, ranchers, environmentalists, energy industry employees, and more convened in Northeast Texas recently to learn about agrivoltaics. Agrivoltaics, also known as solar grazing, is a newish practice that uses the same land for solar energy and agriculture. It's turned industrial solar farms, like Stampede Solar, into a chance for Texas farmers and ranchers to generate vital profits. Solar grazing operations are happening on more than 130,000 acres across 500 sites in 30 states, including roughly 68,000 acres in Texas. The efforts involve at least 170 solar companies. The Texas High School Coaches Association estimates about a 20% attrition rate in the coaching profession each year. In the past, it's been attributed to burnout and mental health challenges, leading coaches to leave the profession. In the future, a new obstacle could drive away coaches: NIL. Name, image, and likeness deals for high schoolers are permitted in some form in nearly every state, but Texas has one of the country's most restrictive NIL laws. A high school athlete who is 17 or older can sign an NIL agreement with a college but cannot receive compensation while competing in university interscholastic league sports. If the Texas legislature, which next meets in January, changes the law to allow high school athletes to be paid, coaches would have to contend with the stress that comes with navigating a complicated NIL landscape that has caused headaches for their counterparts at the college level. And the Dallas Wings home game against the New York Liberty, originally slated for last night, was postponed to Monday. The game was postponed due to mechanical issues with the Liberty's charter flight. All tickets purchased for Thursday's game will be honored for Monday's 7 p.m. tip-off. Thanks for listening. For more on today's stories and the latest breaking news, visit dallasnews.com. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with more from the Dallas Morning News.